You are now tuning in to Lex and RDDC broadcast station, serving up on the double doses for us all.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is live. I'm happy that you're all back and wonderfully feeling the way you need to, because here, serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about. As always, for any show requests or feedback or anything under the sun that you want to put out there, have out there, contact us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com. And also check out realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, where you can have wonderful insights into many things all over that beautiful and awesome blog. And you can check out the bottom of that blog for any links that you need, any disclaimers, as far as our music rights and different stuff like that, and as well as a collection of our books and many other inspiring things as well. So that's realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. Oh yeah. We are also on our beautiful platforms as well, as our home base mainly being at the SoundCloud platform, or SoundCloud.com platform, and iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Spreaker.com, and TuneIn, and I believe Stitcher, I said. But as again, check out the different links that are going to be going on, and shout outs to our YouTube rolling out, as well as maybe even joining Medium. We're not sure about that, but Medium.com definitely sounded something pretty well. And our featured sponsors is Cage Hearts and also GiveMeAllThat.com, where you can find everything you need for the greatest price out there. Or it feels like Black Friday's opening, and their grand opening, I believe, should be right before Thanksgiving. So if there's a Black Friday shop out there that lasts all the time, trust me, they can definitely have my dime. So let's dive right into this little soiree that we're going to be having here, and let's see what the hashtag is going to be about. And that is hashtag the vision. Okay, the vision. Oh yeah, let's get in. This can clearly be just a spoken word. It could be a 5-minute, like I said, 5, 10, 15. I don't know how long it goes, but it's just a food for the thought, food for the spirit, and something to mingle around. But I was thinking when I said hashtag the vision, when we were sitting there contemplating, what is the vision board of our life, right? The vision and the whole masquerade. Or does our visions change with the time or the emotions that we feel? So let's say, for example, I was thinking you could have this implementation. Now, I have a really good friend. Her name is Judy, and she has been loving this individual for several years now. And he is, kind of back and forth with what he's going to do in life. And he led her on to actually fall for him in the beginning, and she found out about his kind of more promiscuous style. And even though they've caught back and forth between the years and kind of stayed in touch, it still hurts her and irritates her. But she's like, bygones be bygones. Although within that time frame, he has, and excuse my scratchiness, I told you my voice is kind of going in and out, and I'm praying that it doesn't completely go out on me. But in between that time frame, this individual that is in Judy's life, still a little bit, I guess, is kind of wavering, where she was like, well, let me know what you're going to do before I continue to move on with my life. I'm giving you another opportunity out there. Okay, hashtag your opportunity. He should have got the message. But anyways, that's just my little salt and sugar on there. To say, well, what do you want to do? And it's not like she was beating around the bush or sitting there twiddling her thumbs to be like, oh, I'm going to see if this person wants to be with me or not. I'm desperado. I have no other options. It was more like courtesy for the person that she truly felt that bond, deep connection and love with, and who has been there in some crazy trying times in her life that helped her alleviate actually going into the other realm, if you catch my drift. Now, although she doesn't owe him anything, and all the thankfulness she's shown already is more than enough, this person, I guess, this gentleman told her, hey, Judy, I love you, and things obviously have changed, for the last year or so we haven't spoken, but ultimately, I don't know, I don't know what I want to do with the future. I don't know where I want to go with it, and I'm sorry for being a scumbag and a dirtbag and a hashtag idiot and a douchebag, whatever. But I still want to be friends down the line. Basically trying to put his foot in the door and trying to keep something open. because he knew already, and he knows that she's more than likely 100% the woman for him. But he still wants to go out there and be a dog, right? Bark, bark, roof, roof. There it is. And women can be the same. So it's not just solely against men. And I say that humbly because I know one day the Creator will bless me to have sons, whether they're natural or adopted or foster care or just given to me to love via a friend or whatever. And I don't want them to have that stigma on them at all just because they're a certain sex, But ultimately, her thing was getting heartbroken. Judy's story, and she wanted me to share this with you all today for #TheVision. Judy's story is deep because ultimately from that she had to say what she had to say after all these years. I guess it felt good for her to get it off her chest and tell him, hey, I've forgiven you so many times. You've done me wrong. All these things are happening, and yet you're still living obliviously selfish. All you seem to care about is you. And he agreed, like, man, I am. I mean, that's what I am, and I'm not good for you. But ultimately, he's not trying to be even better for himself, let alone if he's not doing that for himself, then ultimately you can't expect anyone to want to do better for you. Some can use you as a motivation, but they have to be the core line motivation themselves at all. And, eventually promiscuity on that level or whatever he's doing or whatever he says he's doing, I can't say exactly, allegedly or supposedly, it's going to catch up to you in some shape, way, form, or another. So my thing was, I told Judy, and a different, we talked for a while. Do you want to be with a person that's going to be sitting here running around with 150 women, and all of a sudden he wants to come back and touch you? Don't know what he's bringing with him either, or what he left behind. Okay, let's just say that. But I'm saying, do you want to do that? Do you want to be the last thing on the menu? Now, some people say, well, you save the best for last. Yeah, but you don't go living your life and splashing around still hoping this person will open the door for you. Then all of a sudden you want to come back around like, hey, I'm ready. That's really, really selfish. Okay. And ultimately that person should live their life, but that other person should understand that eventually that person that they didn't want to be is going to come into that person's life and push them completely out the way from any option whatsoever. So on the back of #TheVision, the vision has been, her vision has changed. And I mean that in a good way, only because her vision hasn't changed when it comes down to her purpose. You see what I mean? When you know your purpose and you know you're set in your ways, it can be hard some days to keep going by. Trust me, I know. Some people have 4 or 5 funerals in a year or more, or whatever it might be, or crazy things happen, losing their place, losing their job, their car, getting sick, health, whatever it might be. We all can always have it worse, and all of us do have our own triumphs and tribulations to go through. But her vision changed. The vision changed when she had to start replicating, well, who is going to be my love? Her vision changed. And it's good because you need to always have a clear version of what the vision is. And not even just the version, the complete solidity of the version, the vision. Oh my God, I'm getting tongue twisted here. The vision itself. As long as you understand the defining lines of the purpose and your purpose, understanding what you have to do, and it might be many levels, not just one thing, in accordance to what you have to do, that never shifts, no matter who you're with. But sometimes it can shift itself because of the purpose you have. Doesn't need to have that purpose, that person in the vision. You see what I mean? If I wasn't getting tongue-tied, rewind that part. Okay? If the vision you have has, particularly, especially the purpose of what you understand your divinity is in your course and your path in this road of life and this journey. Sometimes what we have coagulating or permeating or having by our side, it doesn't fit the purpose of the journey that's been had by the vision that you have. So sometimes it's hard to let those things go, but at the same time it's necessary. Or sometimes that purpose of the person that's in your life will coordinate with the vision later on in life. We don't know, but things happen for a reason. Now you might have spite, hurt, whatever it might be there, but it happens, and that's what we have to stay true to. Ultimately, it comes down to the defining line of #TheVision being completely yours, and your synergy and energy and your life source and blood is focused on staying on the mission, staying focused on the grind, staying within your intuition of where you know you belong. I know the segments seem like they may cut to another directive, but I'm trying to put all of it together in one sum to where it's not going to a 45-minute episode, which I do want to get to longer ones very soon, and I will have some out there coming. But with Judy, it came down to a point of why should her mission change, or the vision for what's going on with things going on in her life when it comes down to different categories. There's different categories of the vision. Now, the vision could be what you want to do for your physical goals, your mental goals, your emotional goals, the transitions of life. You know, her purpose and her mission didn't change because this certain individual wanted something different, or might want something different. Let's put it that way. Her mission and purpose and passion stayed on the same directive. But when it came down to the vision of where she knew it wasn't going to align the way she was maybe desiring it, that's when it turned out to be the way that it is. And she had to shift with that ultimately. In retrospect to that, the vision, the vision, should always stay the same when it comes down to the betterment and to the enhancements of who we are and what we're doing in life. The purpose that we have and we know we have to fulfill, or the journey that we're still discovering. That's the whole purpose of the vision. I know a lot of you Familians were inquiring about, well, how do you know, Lex? You know, how do you know what the vision is supposed to change? You know, it's the same thing as this. If you have asparagus one night and it makes you sick, you're not supposed to just completely cut out food or vegetables altogether. I hope you don't. They're good for you. Unless you can't have them. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, it's a difference between, like I said, segments of what the vision is, and you have to stay maintained, because honestly, it's not the vision. And in my opinion and factualness to what I believe and where I stand, and what has always turned out tried and true, is that if you say, I'm going to be the greatest author in the world, but all of a sudden, you know, the car didn't work the next day, and you say, okay, well, I'm not going to be an author anymore, I'm just going to be a landscaper. Which is fine, you know, I'm just saying. But was your vision to be the landscaper? I mean, hey, I need me a wonderful landscaper, because you guys can work wonders and magical. I should have got into that business, but maybe one day. But I'm just saying, the vision always stays prominent and clear. That's how you know your energy is pulling you towards that whole alignment of it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or anyone for that matter to tell you what that is, because you feel it, you know it, you breathe it, you live it, you see it, no matter if your eyes are closed or open. What happened with Judy? Judy, thank you for sharing your story. And I know it's probably a wonderful feeling over there, and you're beautiful. I believe it is Portland, Oregon that she just went to. And I love it there. For the little time I spent, it's beautiful in Portland. Many other places too, but Portland just stayed with me a little extra. But Washington, I love you too. Minnesota, we definitely love you too. But I'm just saying, Detroit too. Yeah. All the places, we love you. But I just want to say that the vision itself is the clearest point and path that you'll ever have. So no matter what, if you have a breakup or it doesn't happen, remember that person. Okay, obviously these are things happening to what they did happen. I don't know if you're the person in the wrong or they're in the right, whatever it might be. It didn't happen for a reason. Now, we don't know what season or that's going to come into play, or the real reasoning behind it coming into play, but just let it be. Let it go and focus on #the vision. I know for me, when I lost my siblings recently, it literally shook my ground. I lost my father, lost my uncle, my aunties, my cousins. You know, we all go through the whole process of losing those we really, really love. But when it hit me these last few months, I still, even though I kind of, you know, didn't have enough to bounce back with to see life in the same view again, I saw it in a different way. I'm still challenging it. I'm still going through it. It's just the whole point that my vision, okay, the vision that I had for what I know I have to do and the things that are waiting for just only me to touch. Even if someone's going to write the same book, I know that they're not going to write it like me. Even if someone makes the same dish, I know it's not going to taste exactly like mine. Even if someone opened up the same cafe or the same, you know, speaking on a stage, it's not going to permeate the way that Lex can do it. Because we're all meant to do things, a certain imprint and fingerprint that we have within who we are and why we're different. So the vision never changes. So focus on the vision that you have if you haven't found it yet. or if you're trying to discover your journey, or if you need any personal sessions, just get a hold of us at realdoubledosechannel@yandex.com and let us know, hey, this is the RDDC Familian. My name is such and such, and I need help with this, and your contact details, and we'll be back to you immediately, or as soon as we can. But look at spam folders sometimes, because you know how those emails can be. But at the same time, it's more so what can be evolved and developed into hashtag the vision, because the vision for you and your journey and your life's purpose, I can't say will never change, but it evolves, right? So it'll constantly change to enhancement. But long as you don't let any person or anything, disturb the alignment of that, just always keep it. So no matter what may happen, death, sickness, craziness, whatever may happen, you still have a clear visual on where your goal is to go and excel. It's not about what was dinner last night. It's not about if he doesn't want to be with you again, or she doesn't want to talk to you again. It's not about who's going to be my best friend. It's not about who's going to go to the store with me. It's about being on the journey of what is meant for you and having a clear vision. And if you want to go ahead and have a clear vision of what you want to plan for the next couple of days to eat, that's fine too. Have all those assessments, but make sure you have something that's rooted to the core in your ground. Now, although the wind may blow the trees and the branches may fall and the leaves may tumble, the tree is so rooted down that it stays. Now, obviously, if you have a crazy hurricane coming by or something like that, whatever, it does rip out the ground. But I'm saying, from retrospect, the roots stay rooted to the ground, right? And the tree itself and the roots itself belongs to the Great Spirit, the Creator, the Heavenly One of every single aspect of the ether and all that is. We are the branches, right? And the leaves that come off are, and I believe, the creators and the ideas and the permeation that we do, and whatever grows from those branches. But without that tree and the roots that we have to hold on to, there's not much left. Branches can't survive without the tree. Okay, the leaves can't survive without the branches. So you get where I'm going here. So yeah, put that in your mind. Hashtag the vision. Get a clear-cut understanding of what your journey is on. And I tell you this, once you start really gravitating and holding on to it to the point where you have a balanced obsession to health, life, and spirit and so much, then it's going to be making even more sense. And for me, that's what I'm doing with this Winter Transformation Challenge. I challenge you to become the betterment of who you are with your health, your dietary, your physicality, whatever is coming through that you want to work on or improve upon, no matter what it may be, anything that's the betterment of who you are, even more overall, that'll enhance your spirituality. Go ahead and put that hashtag Winter Challenge, Winter Transformation Challenge. That's what it is. So maybe we'll have that rolling out, but either or, I'm taking that challenge for myself. And ultimately, you can also sign up if you want to do that. I'm going to put that out there right now. If you want to hashtag Winter Transformation Challenge, do your before and afters or whatever it might be. I don't care if it's a makeup tutorial, body tutorial, whatever. Put that out there and we're going to hook you up with a special gift. And like, again, contact us at realdoubledosechannel@yandex.com and put that in the headline or the subject line, hashtag Winter Transformation Challenge. Give us your name or your email or your contact info, and we'll let you know. And if you are the one of 50 or one of 500 or one of thousands, whoever, we're still going to pick out a handful of you guys to definitely get something from it, or have a wonderful, huge 90% or 80% discount at one of our featured partner stores that we are intertwined with. So that's even more incentives for you, or even a free travel giveaway. How about that? We'll have a Winter Transformation Challenge that will give you a free vacation, okay? Free vacation somewhere you can just go chill at. Once again, be the change, feel the passion, and embrace the power of the spirit. Check us out on all of our platforms, and as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. Get at us. We love you. And just remember, hashtag the vision. Just keep yours the main focus of the purpose and the journey, and you're going to be just fine and awesome and amazing the way you already are. And we will be back with you soon.